Alrighty, so well, we just got our news on Ichigo, and Ichigo is now even more insane than previously. So a lot of people were saying Ichigo is a bad unit, Ichigo is bad this, Ichigo is bad that, but now he is a lot better, and I'm gonna show you guys why. Because he just recently got this ability called Horn of Salvation, consumes 1 base livestock and does 200% damage for 40 seconds. It's a local cooldown, which is pretty good. It basically just means that Ichigo will be able to essentially get rid of the livestocks himself, and he basically doesn't need other people to get rid of the livestock for him. So unlike before, where you needed Sakura to fully make use of him, and now you can fully make use of him by himself. So we're gonna try and get ethereal on him. Can we get like ethereal on him? Alright, we got range. Sorry, scholar. That's horrid. Can I get something? Can I get like extra treats or something like that without having to rely on other people to essentially activate it? Which is actually pretty nice. Okay, we got Blitz again. We're gonna stay with Blitz for now. Not gonna risk it. And now I'm going to be showcasing to you guys his passive and how truly good his passive is. I'll be showing that to you guys right now. So if I go create match, we're going to go do it on the second one because I need the stuff for Yoruichi. Alright, and here you guys are really going to see his full potential here. Now, again, I don't have like ethereal on him or stuff like that, but this is still going to be pretty cool. I will be starting with somebody like probably with my Gojo Monarch, and I'll start with Gojo Monarch simply because I do not want to Ichigo will struggle because this is 6,000 HP units, and I'm gonna be placing Ichigo next, like right after I place Gojo down. Okay, so that's pretty much the strat right now. Okay, I'm just gonna place down Saber to push back these characters. Saber is pretty good. Damage plus 100% when hitting an enemy for the first time. That's literally so broken. And now we're gonna be placing Ichigo down, like right after her. We'll be placing Ichigo down right here. And there you go. One thing to note about Ichigo is that he is very cheap, and since he's a cosmic unit, every time you place him down, there's a 10% damage buff that he gets. And this is from the cosmic, and that will be lost after upgrading, but it doesn't really matter, honestly, because his upgrades are fairly cheap for one, and apart from his upgrades being fairly cheap, they are also very good. They improve his damage. So what we're gonna be doing right now, okay, this is not ideal because it's champions instead of something like you know, immune. Okay, so we might struggle a tad bit here, but we're not gonna be activating his nuke yet. We're gonna do that later once we've maxed out most of him. We're just gonna let these guys come out here first, and I'll be right back once I have basically all of this upgraded. So the reason why I'm showing him here is because this is a hard game mode, and this is going to be the game modes that you're going to be using more often. So I feel like it's going to be more fair to showcase him here instead of a game mode that you're not really going to be doing a lot. Game modes like Infinite, you don't really do that as often. So I'm showcasing him here in Legend stages to show you his full potential. Okay, so just to show you my point, I'll be upgrading this to 12,500, and then I'll be showing you exactly what I mean with Ichigo being cheap and all that other stuff. Okay, so his next upgrade is 1,600 only. I'll be upgrading him already. So with just like 14,000, I think I've already able to upgrade him quite a bit. Once I max him out, I'll be showing you guys the nuke and what it does. So even at upgrade 6, only 5,600. That is so cheap, my friends. So you can easily upgrade all three of them in a single game mode, especially if you have 3 farms. Like, look at that, guys. Okay, so already a good amount. So 19,020 damage right here without losing any of the stocks. Later on, I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, so I'm just gonna show it to you right now. 19,020, 105,600, 105,000 basically. And then 51,000. 51,000 is basically the 200 extra damage from this one right here. Okay, these ones didn't get 200 extra damage, I think. Okay, so I'm gonna max this one out as well. So as you guys can see right there, super duper cheap upgrades. So what I'm gonna do right here is 32,000, and I'll do that later once this one's lost. Okay, so yeah, so you guys can see right there, very cheap placements and very easily done as well. So I could have boosted his range if I wanted to. I'll use my Gogeta to take care of this guy right here. Okay, so now you're just gonna upgrade him. So as you guys can see right there, like exactly what I said, super cheap placements, super duper cheap upgrade, and a very awesome ability. So they're now all at 32,000. I'll turn this on right here. So 172,000 for one of them, 153,000 for the other two, and then 46,000 for both of these. And for him, he has 65,000. So the ability, the 200% damage thingy, only affects the unit that uses the ability. So if he uses the ability, he's gonna benefit from the 200%. But if he doesn't use the ability and this one uses it, he's gonna be the one that benefits from the 200%. But again, the nuke that they do is actually pretty interesting. And they are now all sitting at 8,000 DPS, while this guy right here is still sitting at 11k DPS. 11k DPS is actually fairly good. And again, all three of them are maxed out. This is a simple one legend stage game mode, so 15 waves, and I was able to max them all out relatively easily. So the problem here, also by the way, take a look at their range. Their range is also insanely good, and this is partly because they do receive a buff because of their passive. So the passive, they gain a 2.5% right here. Every missing stock, 20% increase and range by 10%. And then the second passive is every upgrade that they have, they're going to be getting a bonus to these numbers right here. So 5% more to the 20%. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think 12 upgrades. That's gonna be, this 20% right here is gonna get added by 12%. Sorry. So this is gonna be around 80% total. More than 80% actually. So if you add these both here, I'm not gonna do the math right here, but they are going to do a lot, because as you guys saw earlier in the beginning, he had like 19,000 DPS, and then when I got rid of both of the stocks, they are now at 46,000 total damage. Sorry, not DPS but damage. So that's a huge buff, right? That's a huge increase, and also add to that their nuke. So again, they're cheap, they have a nuke, they have massive range, they have relatively good DPS, and this is, I think, what makes them meta now. Back then, I really couldn't count them as meta because of the fact that they weren't usable without Sakura, but now that they are usable with Sakura, they got a massive buff because of this ability right here. They are so much better, bro. They are so good now, and they are really much more usable now that they got really a massive buff with that ability. So yeah, do I think Ichigo is now a meta unit? I do think that Ichigo will now be a meta unit because of the simple passive. This passive, or this ability essentially gives him 200% more damage for 40 seconds, and also a nuke, which is pretty good. I think they're a pretty awesome unit, and they're pretty effective actually. So yeah, that's pretty much it for Horn of Salvation, and I think I showcased it pretty well in this video. So I'll see you guys in the next one actually. Peace out, and don't forget to like and subscribe.